What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews. And today I'll be reviewing Still Austin Cask Strength. All right, so I got a good one today. So previously I've reviewed the regular Still Austin, which is a great whiskey, great Texas whiskey. So the regular release, it's called the Musician. This one comes in at 98.4 proof, so pretty good proof there. And this one, which is actually, at least in my area, I don't know about anywhere else in the country, but it's pretty hard to find. This of course comes from the Still Austin Whiskey Company, which is out of Austin, Texas. And even when I went to Texas, at least the stores I went to, I didn't see the Cask Strength version. I did see the regular Still Austin everywhere, but as far as the Cask Strength, I didn't see it in any of the stores I went to. So this is kind of a tougher one to find, but I just happened to go into my local liquor store and I just happened to see it there. They had like 2 or 3 bottles left, so I was pretty lucky. This one retails for right at the $49.99 mark, which is not bad for a Cask Strength version of this. This one comes in at 118 proof, so 59% ABV. Not bad. So this is aged at least 2 years, but when it comes to Texas, like I talked about in my review for the regular Still Austin, I went a little bit more in depth as far as the regular Still Austin. But like I've talked about before, as far as when it comes to Texas whiskey, you know, the whiskey ages faster in Texas because of the high heat, humidity, and the fluctuation in the heat. So part of the reason why you can get away with a younger age on a whiskey and it still tastes older, I guess, you know. So all right, so can't wait to get into this one. I'm super excited for it. As far as the color, like I said with the previous review for the regular Still Austin, it's just dark for it being 2 years old. 2 years. It says aged at least 2 years, so it could be older than 2 years, but for that young age, I mean, it's pretty dark when it comes to the age. It's a nice color on there. All right, let's go to the nose. So the first thing that really jumps out, which I noticed with the regular Still Austin, but as far as this one, it's like amped up on a higher level, you know, which was to be expected with the Cask Strength, is a nice butterscotch note. It's a deep rich butterscotch. There's a good amount of caramel in here. There's a lot of dark notes in here coming through. There's some oak that I can pick up. There's some clove. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon coming through, which I didn't pick up before, but it's coming through now. Yeah, but that rich butterscotch and caramel note really shines through. And then like I said, with that clove and a little bit of oak and cinnamon, it's really nice. It's a really nice nose, a nice combination as far as the notes that I'm picking up. Yeah, that's really nice. The longer it just sits in the glass, the deeper and richer those notes get. All right, let's go to the palate. Cheers. Yeah, this is nice. As far as the palate, everything that I got on the nose transferred to the palate, with the exception of, or with the addition of a spice note. There's a nice lingering spice note. It's not the proof. I usually can differentiate the difference between the spice and the alcohol, the proof coming through, but there's a good amount of spice, which if you guys watched my reviews before, you'll know. I love my spice on my whiskeys, especially towards the finish. I really enjoy that. But yeah, that rich butterscotch caramel, and then with the baking spices coming through, that cinnamon, that clove came through, and then with a little bit of oak. I feel like I picked up the oak more on the nose more than the palate, but it still came through a little bit on the palate. But what takes over in the finish as far as the palate is that spice note. It's a lingering spice note. I would say this is a long finish. And also, I don't feel like I feel like for it being 2 years old, like I said, you really can't taste the age on this. It tastes way older than what the age is, which is, you know, a testament to like aging your whiskeys in Texas. But let's go at it again. I feel like the longer it's sitting in the glass, that cinnamon, yeah, that cinnamon clove combination is starting to take over the nose. That's really nice. Yeah, I feel like the longer you sip on it, that butterscotch note, which I experienced with the regular Still Austin, I feel like that butterscotch note that's so prominent on the nose and the palate at the beginning, I feel like it tapers off, and then the cinnamon, clove, spice is what's taking over the palate, which I still enjoy anyways, you know. And there's enough sweetness there. It's not over the top sweetness. It's not not over the top sweet, but there's enough sweetness there to balance out what's going on in the mid to back end of the palate. So this is super enjoyable. What I really love as well is that the little bit of oak that comes through, there's no like bitter tannic note that you usually get in younger whiskeys. There's nothing like that showing up in the nose or in the palate, which is also a plus. But so my final score for this, I'm gonna give this an A+ at, it's A+ at $49.99 for 118 proof whiskey. That's a no-brainer in my book, especially with the prices nowadays for whiskeys, craft whiskeys. Something cask strength, for something else might be way more than this. So this is an excellent job again by Still Austin. If you guys come across any of these, even the musician, the Still Austin, I wouldn't hesitate. It's an excellent product for the age and everything they're doing there. I feel like they're doing a good job. If you guys like my content, remember to smash that like button, remember to subscribe, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.